Hello, people. Hello. See a little bit of sleep, you wake up and you're like, I know exactly what line of code to type to fix that thing that happened when I was really tired yesterday. And bam, you do it, and it's all good. So that's all good. Run no check-in patrol. Look at all these no check-ins. Yeah, I thought we did that. Oh, this is my old thing. Yeah. All right. Have a lot fewer no check-ins now. Oh. Well, let's look at Debug Writer. Is constant. Continue. This doesn't end up having anything to do. I put this here because I thought we were going to go through this path to do the symbol exportation, but that's not actually what it is. We need to do that later. Whew. We need to do that later, but it's not part of this job. All right. Okay, this thing, I believe, can go away. So this foreign is what we took out. So I'm going to put this here. is that used for? Is that even a thing? Like, yes. Yes, it is. Okay. This is like, this like needs to happen no matter what. I'm not sure about this situation. We'll see. I suspected that would not be right. Oh wait, but it's not this. It's not this. It's not this causing that. I'll put that back where it was. This was my lambda foreign symbol index not being set for some reason. Yeah. For some reason, this thing that we did did not work for something. So if we run debug build, we will find that it will assert that nut equals -1. And we will say, why, sir? Okay. What is lambda? Runtime support assertion failed. That's strange that it didn't go through the other thing. All right. type it. Run time support assertion failed. If it's that one in okay, I want to see, do we just not get here for this one? We do get here. Okay. It is a lambda. It's not marked foreign. Do we have different criteria for foreign in these two places? Oh. Okay. Actually, no, I don't know. Let's see. We've made the symbol. It is not so we are at runtime support line 52. This is the declaration of the actual thing. Okay, it is not marked foreign. Oh. So the problem is the second, this, this is one of the things that we're getting the handle for in init. So if this works, if the program wants that symbol index, but we have this additional thing. Where is our thing? We have a thing because when we're generating code, oh no, we don't. Okay, I just modified the source code, so we're going to have to rerun, but this is the one that's foreign. So like, this should happen second, I guess. I don't know. Like we need to see that one. Okay, line 52 of runtime support, and then we never see it again. Why don't we ever see it again? Maybe we just don't call, maybe we early out from this call stack before we get there. Maybe okay. Yeah. Okay, so the problem is we just don't, if it's foreign, we just don't go in here. Whereas, if it's a lambda, oh my God, this is ugly. This is ugly. So here's the problem. It's not really a problem. It's only a problem when we're trying to think about how to most cleanly structure the program. For procedures, we automatically just call code generation for every procedure. And if something happens to be marked foreign, it doesn't really need code generation. It just needs its thingamabobber to happen, which we just took out under the assumption that that wouldn't be necessary. And maybe it is. Because the thing is, if we wanted to find those from the declaration level and get to them here, we would have to do a bunch of logic here. Like for every declaration, we say, is it constant? Is it a procedure? Is it foreign? Then do this thing. And we could do that, but that's a bigger mess than the one that we're trying to clean up. So why do it that way? Okay. You know what? This is about to get fixed anyway. I'm a dum-dum. This is about to get cleaned up anyway. I happen to point to a foreign procedure. The actual fix is to mark foreign procedures as program import. And do the obvious thing there. Okay. Okay, so this is fine. This is just what we want to do for everything that's marked as program import. The only thing is we're not implementing program import yet. But when we do, this can go away and it goes back in that outer loop here, like there. I mean, why don't I just frickin' do it anyway? Can I just call export global symbol on this? No. we're not going to mess with this yet. We're not going to do anything here yet, because we have to finish our other things. Okay. So yeah, no chicken there, no chicken there. So what's going on? What is happening? Okay, this was debug builds. I regret doing that. No, I don't regret it. I just regret not having done the release build. Bam. Okay, good. Well, let's make sure we run. Let's make sure we have a video game. This is great. We have a video game. Now, I don't know why we take so long to exit now. That bothers me. I think that's just the game. Okay. No check-in, reorder this. So the problem with this is we're not going to do it if we're outputting debug info, and I think that's not right. I don't know. Okay, wait. Dude, this compiler IDE sucks. It's like, fix that, guys. It's been years. All right. Why does that exit take so long? Okay. So I mean, I should test this with init debug info. Okay. So when we say emit debug info, we're like mangling the names. Like, what's going on there? Why would that cause us to not do this? Let's say that. That's kind of not a thing now. Let's just take a look, see if we've got it in our scroll back here. Main, pre-main, post-main, generated main. undef. Generated main is undef. Which means you never call the thing that puts that there. So the idea that I have is we shouldn't rename something as generated main. Well, the only problem is it's called main. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with that. So it means we're not getting here, or something else is happening. I mean, I have to believe we're not getting there for some reason. Subsystem must... We're making... It's external. Release build. What is the current goal? The current goal is that yesterday we did a big restructuring on the x64 backend so that we can export and import symbols into the program at the object file level. And that was more messy than we would have liked, but we've kind of got it now. Okay, so this is from the declaration thing. Export global symbol. Oh wait, this is the wrong breakpoint. I was getting confused. Okay, here we are here. Okay, this is the extern, right? This is us requesting the symbol. And then I guess, oh. Like, why did that assertion not happen a second ago? What is going on? This is like not even... GL draw range elements. This is foreign. Okay, this is a non-constant procedure, but it's why are we here? Okay. This is a weird hack, this export all symbols for debugging. Unless that's how this other thing works. Like, I'm trying to use the debug facility that Josh put in. Okay. We're just gonna not even have this. Okay, you can't put that in a comment, bro. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. All right. Okay. We still only got there once. Which is weird. Like what? Like normally we're supposed to get there through this declaration path that we did. The program export. This thing. Okay, let's wait. We didn't. Okay, we didn't even get there because this one. This is only undef right now. We only got the foreign declaration. Why is that? There's this thing, check and flag user entry point. We sure should get there, I hope. We do. Program export. Okay. That's all good. System entry point. We don't care about that right now because we're not having problems with that one. Or are we? I think we are also. Wait, what am I even looking at? So pre-main, post-main, generated main. There's like no actual main either. So neither the system entry point. Oh, it's because in pipes. Okay, I got confused. When I said no check-in, reorder this, what I meant to reorder was this. Because my observation at the time was, look, if we output debug info for a thing, we're not going to do the symbol. We need that. So I pasted the wrong paragraph up there. I pasted the wrong, because this continues, see, after, and that shouldn't matter. This was all just me doing the wrong thing. Let's face it. Let's face it. Hey, look, we have a video game again. We have a video game. Again. Okay, so we're going to delete this thing. Oh, I had wanted to see, is that actually giving us good symbols? Because the whole reason I was doing this was like, hey, did I break symbol exportation or not? Of course, the problem is breaking somewhere that's any good. Let's try to break somewhere. Like, do one frame. Well, we don't seem to have debug info. Don't seem to have it. Okay. Well, that was great while it lasted. Let's do this to prevent that crash. Did I abbreviate that? No, good. Okay. It's just entry final? Yeah, entry final declaration is constant. So we're just trying to get it to not crash if we turn on this value. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Okay, now we're frickin' export. Dude, what is my problem? Why are we exporting things multiple times? What the fuck? Okay, so this is just my silly debugging hack, right? Stupid debugging hack. Okay. So this one, this is a problem because we export our own free. Like anytime you have a name collision, that's gonna happen. That's bad. Do mode wrapping button. Okay. So now we just have the problem that we knew about, which is that we need to mangle the names to not have a name conflict if we're exporting these symbols, right? Because you can't just export them. Okay, like if the user declares that you should export the symbols, then you want to use the actual name that they are exporting, right? Otherwise, if it's just for debug, then you want to use the mangled name. All right. And then we might need that. Okay, so this thing init C can export exported name. Okay. Do we call that? Converter help get procedure name. Yeah, we don't call that right now, but we call that down here. If allow mangled name, name is get procedure name lambda. Oh, interp comma. Okay. Great. That should solve those problems. Should, maybe, possibly. Perhaps. Duplicate symbol, accept interpolation modifier over. Why would we get a duplicate symbol? Accept interpolation modifier. Seems to happen randomly. Why is this such a pain in the ass? This should be easy, guys. Why do things like this keep... Like yesterday, we were just working on this for hours and things kept happening. Like, why? 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 Is this such a pain in the butt? I don't, well, we're not running with no jobs. So that is a thing. This code is called single threaded, so it's not really a race condition, but That time it worked. There's something weird about the order in which we get things, maybe. I mean, the thing is, find or create symbol is supposed to deduplicate things. Oh. Dude, oh my God. Okay. The problem is we are exporting things multiple times. But why would that give us an extra symbol? Okay, why are these all -1? Why do we have one that's -1? Is that the one that we complained about? 72E. No, it's not even. Oh my God, this is so broken. This is broken like a million times. BEDA, that's one we're complaining about. BEDA. What the fuck is going on? Okay, these are imports. I guess. Okay, so the problem is these things are in this list in an arbitrary order, and this is expecting these to have been processed already. Since this is just a debug loop that we don't even care about that much, we can put it into a separate place. I'm just a little concerned. I still don't know why that would cause, like, it doesn't make any sense to me that we would get those twice. That is a mystery. We did default this to false. Like, I understand why all the -1s. I don't understand why the duplicates. Unless our hash table is broken. Okay. For the symbol names, we're going to change our mangling. Because we're putting the pointer right now. So, yeah, this is the thing we're getting to, is the overload. And instead of LLX, oh no, it is right, okay. So this should be consistent for every run. I thought that was the pointer because it looks like a pointer, but it's actually the serial number for the thing. So BEDA E489. I think maybe our hash table has a bug and we're seeing it because we're just exercising it more. Maybe that's not right. But possibly. So we're going to do this. Like, okay. This is export global symbol from here, actually. This debugger sucks, so the program counter says there, but it's there. Yep, we're in here. We're exactly where we expect to be. I also wonder why we're even getting to this twice. Okay, this is not, oh, this is an import link. So we're getting to it once for the import link and one for not. So we'll fix that separately. But it should deduplicate anyway. All right. So the hash was this. The bucket was something else, but this table might grow or something. So the bucket may not. The bucket may not matter. Okay. That's the bucket, that's the hash. We make a symbol. Great. We add it. Great. Come back. We're back here. We get the hash. Same. As you would expect. Okay, the table has grown. Okay, so it's not the same bucket. But when the table grew, we should have put the other one into this bucket. It is our hash. What is this probe distance thing? Like what? Okay, so that should not fire because 0 is not greater than 0. Okay. Hash is equal. We're returning the old one. Great. Okay. Did our assertion fail to assert? Like, what is even happening here? What is even happening? Oh, are we not? Are we no jobs up here? No, we are. So it should be the same. Okay, hold on. Did I remove the breakpoint? What happened? How did this? Oh, we're getting a slightly different. Sometimes the serial number system doesn't quite work for reasons that I don't know. Okay, so we got one. We got another one. That time it didn't complain. That time it did. Like, okay, since running it in the debugger is cumbersome, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down here. And on the runs when it complains, we'll just see what it did. Printf name result. Okay, whoops. So it's like, oh my God, people. How hard can this be? Name, result, name, result. We mapped them to the same result. Well, we didn't have a problem with that on that run. Let's try again. Bam, bam, bam. Let's just keep going till we have a problem with that one. It's got to be like an uninitialized variable somewhere. Okay. Okay. What? What? Okay, so at least we pinpointed the problem. It is seemingly a hash table problem. Or, like, maybe we are randomly corrupting memory. Such that the name is no longer readable or something. This is weird. About %p not being unique because of threading. No, this is not related to that. And this is not, that's not what's going on here. Well, let's see if we corrupted the name. Static ob symbol first result is null. If first result is null, oh wait, what? I'm typing this into totally the wrong code. I'm hallucinating where I am in the program. I'm looking for this. Ha, whoops, ha ha. Just people are watching what I'm doing. They're like, that doesn't make any sense. Because it doesn't. Okay. Okay, first result. If first result is null, first result equals result, else, like that. We could also set a breakpoint there and then just keep running until we hit that condition. Well, the name is fine. So it's probably a hash table bug. Since we're storing the first result, yeah, see, this is funny because we can easily quote fix unquote this by just not calling these duplicately in the first place. But I don't think that's wise because we want to fix the core issue. So the core issue is just the hash table is resizing, and that's not good. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to hack the crap out of our code. As follows. Oops. So I'm going to make that easy to talk about. And okay, that's a resize, and when we add Okay. Okay, we're inserting Atom in bucket, and the existing is Atom array bucket. Just see what's happening. We're just trying to visualize what is happening. And of course, if this is super Heisenbuggy, it'll just fix our problem. See, we didn't have it there. See, we found our guy. Oh, this is the insert from the resize. It's confusing. Okay, we also have to instrument find. To get this one. Okay. Now watch it never happen again, except it will, because it happened for these other things with all that instrumenting code in there. Okay. Like sometimes it's good, debuggers are good, but sometimes they're not that good. Okay, we had the problem. So first we're looking for it, and we tried bucket 1633, 1644, 1635. We didn't find it. We eventually did found it at 1636. Wait. No, now I'm confused. At 16... My output is confusing me. We look up this name. I should just print out when we find it and when we insert it. I mean, I know this is when... This is what I don't get. As I understand this. Wait, are we Robin Hooding? What's going on here? We're like I didn't think we were doing Robinhood. I thought you just go until you find a slot, but here we're grabbing this one? What? What does my hash table do? Why do we have Robinhood swap? Okay, guys. We have Robinhood swap. And that is probably the bug. There's probably a bug in our Robinhood swap. And Robinhood swap, I think we determined, is stupid anyway and doesn't help. And you know what? It'll make our compiler shorter if we take it out. We took it out of our main hash table. We used to have Robinhood hashing, but I took it out. Okay. So our add just says it's much simpler. All of that is gone. Remember when I didn't know what the hell the probe distance thing was? It was, yeah. Okay. Get rid of probe distance. And then find is just, feel like I'm programming in Go right now because I've got copies of the same routine for different types. Yeah, so we had a bug in our Robinhood hash, I think. And let's hope that we took it out correctly. I guess not. Maybe the bug wasn't in the Robinhood part. Okay. My output is not easy to read. I don't even know what I'm looking at, and I just put it in. Okay. First, okay. This is an insertion. This is an insertion. So this one happens. We get a result. This is all fine. Bam. We resize. It ends up in bucket 1636 after the resize. Okay, this is the problem. Is when we find it, we're looking in bucket 3681. But we resized it into 1636. Why do these have different opinions about where it should go? Why is this the bucket that we start after the resize? Which one of these is wrong? Is it this one or is it this one? I feel like it's, yeah. So the bug may not have been in the Robinhood part. Desired bucket. uses new table size. Is the mask not getting set? It should be. Mask is table size -1. We init on the new table size. Well, oh, we don't have the atom here. Fiddlesticks. So this hash table has a speed thing where the user passes in the bucket under some circumstances. Okay, that didn't go off. What is going on, people? Simplest hash table in the world, failing on us. So we didn't have that problem. We had it for someone else. There, we had it for us. So like the assertion didn't go off. Let's see if we have a similar thing. So the resize put it in 1636. This put it in 3681. And then the resize later resized them both into the same bucket. So the resize like noticed, hey guys, we have the same thing, which means their hash is the same. It's literally, we just need to debug desired bucket. Maybe we add name as a debug. Okay. Desired bucket. Now we need to save the file. Save the file, people. Hobbs writer. See, the reason we pass in the bucket is so that we don't have to compute it twice. It's for the find and then for the add. It's stupid because it's a simple computation. That might be what's burning us in some way. Let's keep going till we get our problem. Come on. Lucky 7. Lucky 7. There we go. Lucky 7. Unlucky 7. That's lucky because we're detecting our problem. So, so when we resize, we're not, why aren't we printing desired, does resize not call get desired bucket? Like what? What? It does. Doesn't it? Resize. Desired bucket. And then add. Like literally, that's what we do. Resize. We call desired bucket and then add. Why does this call to desired bucket not print our desired bucket printout? Right? Like it should be after the resize. Like here it does. Bam. But here we've got a resize. Let's print end resize. This will help. I'm sure adding more weird ASCII characters will help with clarity of our output. I mean, I guess we could also look at what it does when it works. Okay, we got it. So okay. We called desired bucket. Why are we calling it twice? I don't know. The whole point is we're not supposed to call it twice. So that's weird. But then we find a place to put it after searching for a long time, which may mean that we're letting our table get too full, or it may mean that our hash function sucks. Anyway, then we resize. And we like don't move it. And then we insert. Oh, okay. We did a find. Okay, I get it. I'm less confused. We did a find. We didn't find it. We were like, oh, this guy's not in here. Okay. See, this is the funny thing. Is we cursor past all this stuff. Yeah, dude, our resize is just broken, is basically what's happening. We're going to have to audit all our hash table resizes. Or maybe I just broke it when I took out the Robinhood, but no, it's the same bug. So look, we have all these entries in all these places, right? And then we resize. When you resize the table, all of these should probably go somewhere else. They certainly shouldn't land 3 in a row in the same places. Oh, actually, maybe they would. No, they probably wouldn't, unless you had the same entry, unless these were the same names. We can add that to this debug. Anyway, this is very fishy. Okay, so we resize the table because we said we didn't find it. We're going to add one. Oh, we don't have room to add one. So the thing that's happening is this is the first one that we're adding that causes a we are causing a resize by adding this. And I think that is the problem. I think when we trigger a resize, we're not recomputing the bucket index, which we should, right? See this? When we say add with a desired bucket, it's not valid anymore if you resize. Asshole. So some people say, just use the data structures in the standard library and you won't have bugs in yours because they're perfect. The standard library ones are written by God off the temple with the commandments. And it's like, on the one hand, yeah, when you do that, you get code that's been very well tested by a lot of people. On the other hand, it's like 800,000 times slower than what you would write yourself. So like there's a trade-off. Now, if people would just write the data structures that are as simple as they should be and as fast as they should be and also well tested by everybody, then that would be the best of all worlds and I wouldn't have to do this. But C++ is not about that. They think they're about that, but they're not. And what do you do? What do you do? Okay. Make your own language. That's right. That is what you do. Bucket. So now because I pasted this around, like every hash table implementation is suspect. Desired bucket. Now again, if we had good generics in this language, we wouldn't have 27 hash table implementations. We don't have 27. We have like 3. Bucket equals desired bucket of this atom hash atom name. How much do you want to bet it doesn't happen anymore? Hey, look, no error. Hey, look, no error. Hey, look, no error. Okay. So we're good. In theory. Let's get rid of all our no check-ins. like desired bucket is literally anding the hash with a table mask. Like, is that really worth saving? No, it's not. It used to be something else, though, I think, which is why, like, if you want your table to grow at non-powers of 2, which you might, then you can't and it with a mask. And it's more computational. This is dangerous, what I'm doing here. All right, let's see if we broke it. Looks like it's working. Let's get rid of the rest of our stuff. So then we had some here. Okay, this won't compile since we deleted trace. Good. 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 Boy, that was a good thing to find. I mean, I kind of want to check that in separately. I'm just worried about it breaking other things. But that's important. That could break the compiler for anybody at any time. All right. So now we have to worry about what about do we have other tables? So we have atom table. So type table is a different thing. So atom table, object symbol table, and scope table. Are you kidding me? Hey, guess what? This was already fixed in this table. We knew how to program at one time here, and then we forgot here. Or maybe we deleted the line, or I don't know. I don't know. That's the peril of having multiple copies of code. But then maybe if we only had one copy, we would have deleted it in that copy. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so that one's fine, and that one's fine. Scope table. Hey, look, it's correct. Okay. I don't know how that happened. All right. All right. We're good. So now I have to check. It's probably going to be right. But we ported the language level hash table so here we add, oh, we didn't port the bucket thing. Okay, never mind. This was like a separate implementation of a similar table. It's not trying to be as tweaky. This one's actually better, honestly. But part of the reason it's better is we actually use generics because they don't suck the way they do in C++. So yeah, this one This one isn't going to have that problem because it's just got a different API. Okay. What were we even working on before we had this problem? Oh yeah, I was adding, oh, well, we were adding the export all symbols. And I guess now that works because we're getting a working video game. Oh wait, we're not getting a working video game. I'm sad. Why are we not getting a working video game? Init fonts. Oh, wait, you know what? We're compiling that with an old compiler. If I just hit F7, which I may have. No, that was debug. Ugh. Okay. We're just rebuilding. Yeah. All right. So we broke something. Does it have to do with export all symbols for debugging? That's weird. If it does, I mean, it's not that weird, but yeah. It may have to do with the duplication. So let's fix that. Okay. Okay. That should solve the duplication problem that exercised our hash table bug in the first place. I doubt that'll fix anything here. It might, but I doubt it. Yeah, it didn't. So like when we do this export all symbols for debugging, we must be I bet we've got -1s in our file. Okay, that was the other problem. Right, I postponed that problem because we were having the hash table. Okay, we know what's wrong. We know what's wrong. So here, yeah, see all these Fs? These basically mean, when you see these, they mean press F to pay respects. Because the program will die. Right? So we know why that happens. Oh, there's a lot of Fs. I should have thought of that last night, but that is basically what this means. You don't want to see that anywhere in this file. Okay, and the reason is, like I was saying like an hour ago, the order of this is not like this being right depends on this having happened. Because we need to know the address of the lambda before we blah, blah, blah. Now, what I don't understand is why this happens to work. I don't think it does. I think we're getting lucky. I think we're getting lucky. Because we're not exporting, like our things that are marked for program export, there just aren't that many. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break this into two passes. And make a speed note. And then say, this shouldn't be two passes, bro. This is not accurate, I don't think. Okay. One of these passes is only necessary for LLVM right now. This whole thing, yeah. Actually, no. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay, so here, well, let's just say if it's not a declaration, continue, bam, bam. Okay, so that should fix our press F to pay respects. All right. That was release compiler. All right, let's just try it. See what happens. We're still, I guess we're still pressing F to pay respects. What? Only for things that are not really functions. Okay, these things, these are probably polymorphic. Yeah, okay. We're doing this on some things. So we don't want to generate these things for intrinsics. That doesn't make any sense. We don't want to generate them for polymorphic things. That doesn't make any sense. That's not going to fix our crash. I'm just cutting down on the respect painting, if you know what I mean. There's no more press F to pay respects in the entire file. That's the most Fs in a row in that column. I don't think this fixes our problem. I think we're still going to crash if we try to do this. Or maybe it does. maybe putting the F's in there causes the thing to just get upset. All right. Well, okay. This is fine. We are no longer paying our respects. It is fine. Just scraping up the floor with our rocks. Scraping it up. Scraping it up. Yeah. Okay. This is good news. And I don't mean that I'm trying to sell you a religious pamphlet. Okay, so we did that one. We did that one. We're not going to do that one. Okay. Progress has been made. Okay, we can turn off our debug symbols now. All that was just to make it so that we could do our x64 debug symbol hack, which we don't actually need to do under normal circumstances. Don't put F's in your game. That's true. All right. All right. How many no check-ins have we got left? Okay, this one. We're gonna leave that there in case we need to uncomment it to debug future symbols. This one, for now, we're not going to no check in this, but we're going to report an error. And we'll see, okay, that might trigger on our previous thing. Okay, so interp report error, decal internal compiler error, attempt to support a non-constant export, not support, export, program export, a non-constant symbol. This is not yet supported. Okay. And then we return. And that may go off. It might well go off if we turn back on that debug hack that we just fixed, but there we go. Okay. Look at all this. Greenpeace. Okay, this obviously isn't correct because Hands Across America should work. Let's okay. So wait. If it's a lambda. Oh, it's, okay, a constant. Which is a constant. I was even typing the wrong English. The problem is we don't export constants that are not procedures. Now this error is still going to go off and I don't know why. Attempt to program export main, which is a constant that is not, it is a procedure. Oh, you know why? Because we don't return here. Press F. So it didn't matter before because we didn't indicate an error. Okay. Press F for my ability to program because that was bad, bro. All right. So let's make sure we don't assert, which I don't think we will. And then I'll go turn on our export all debug symbols. And that may call this for some things that we don't want. And then we go back and edit the things that it calls it for. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Which is a constant that is not a procedure. I mean, it is. It's just, okay. We need to fix, by the way, the lexical ranges for declarations. Because like including one colon and not the other, like it should just be the whole thing. Okay, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So anytime we did this construction of constructor of, destructor of, so this is a constant declaration. It is linking something to something that's not a name, but it's like not in a top level scope. So we shouldn't, I mean, should we? Like if it's in a procedure, we should not be trying to export it, but let's just see some information here. Okay. So expr, we found a constant replacement. It's a literal. What? Oh, it's null. These things have no constructor. It's null. But that's fine. I mean, the real thing is like we shouldn't be trying to do this anyway. You know, okay, for this special debug hack, we really don't want to do this for any symbol that is not directly, like its expression must be a lambda. That is the only thing we accept, I think. We want to be very strict. Like, I think this will work better. I'm getting hungry. I want to go get a hungry man breakfast. Hey, look, it works. All right. Oh, you know what? So first we should run it before we say it works. And second, we should run it in the debugger and see if we have any frickin' symbols, because that was the point of this whole symbol hack, and I don't think we've tried that yet. So we're starting the game in the debugger. We don't have the symbols. I don't get it. Bro. Are we rejecting everything now? What's going on? No. No, we're giving all these things. Oh, but we're probably not. I guess this is the thing again. We're doing the wrong thing. We need to like export these into the executable. And we're not doing that. So we don't want to do this. Like, is this the thing? Wrong Visual Studio. So I think, so, you know, this is the thing that Josh wrote that puts the linker info, and maybe that doesn't export the symbol, so you actually have to do both. So this is probably incorrect. Okay. Okay, first let's see if it runs. Do you run? Yeah, okay. Do we have symbols at all for you? No. Bro, this is so frustrating, man. It's been like a day and a half on this. Oh my God. Wait. What? Frame not in what? Hold on. That might be why it's taking so long to exit, because we're crashing on exit. We're crashing on exit. Frame not in module. Current stack frame was not found in a loaded module. Source cannot be. Oh, that's not really the problem, because that's in UCRT. The problem is we are jumping to somewhere bad. So we're going to have to debug that. That's a whole separate thing. That's important. That's actually probably more important than why don't I have frickin' symbols in x64. Like, why do they not? What was the thing about, okay, this one. Like, we didn't get a directive section at all when I thought this would do that, right? Oh, because, see, this is only flushed if this variable is set. Yeah. But we set the variable, didn't we? No. Okay, let's try this. If this works, we can get rid of our hack anyway. The reason I was keeping this was I thought that this didn't generate symbols. If it does, then we're okay. It does not. Bro. Oh my God, dude, we have so many why are there so many problems? Okay, if we switch this to debug info type none, by the way, we're not getting our Optimus enablement. Oh no, we are. Okay, never mind. I was confused. Okay. Why did I think that there wasn't? Was it not there? I don't know. Where was that in the scroll back? See, here we had an empty directives section for some reason. Oh, you know what? This emit debug global variable declaration. Probably doesn't use the mangled names because we weren't using them. Wow. That's a lot slower when we turn on that debug info. I guess we don't try to export. Maybe I'm confused and we don't try to export those from the program. Does this work? No. How do I find the frickin' symbols that the debugger looks for? Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. I guess it's just exports. But yeah. Like again, this is just everything that we pulled in from a library. I hate this. I hate this. Do I think GPL is a good license? No, I don't. From what you understand, to succeed in the game industry requires to not crash when closing the game. Well, you would think that, but after people have played the game, hey, no, we have to fix it. All right. Because I'm annoyed at this, I want to switch gears and attack the thing, because this is just something dumb. Like, I think we want to make this just work and get rid of this. And I'm kind of ping-ponging between the two, and like, that's not, like, we should just get rid of this and make this do the right thing. Because this should do approximately the right thing on both backends. And like all this logic about who gets exported should be the same for both backends. And it's probably not, because this is only for the super hack and like what, yeah, we have to look at, again, what this does and make it more reasonable. But the actual important thing is that our program is crashing somewhere. We don't know where. And we can't set breakpoints because we don't have symbols. So that's annoying. So maybe we do a little bit of magic printf debugging or something. Why don't we just go to main? And say exiting main. Okay, so for crashing, it's after main. How about post main? We need to simplify all this stuff. I think we're getting rid of post main. This is going to be empty. Yeah. Okay, so we'll say print return from main. Oh, we just want to write string that. Okay. Why would you want to quit a good game? It's a good question. Okay, exiting main. but we don't ever print return from main. So we crash between here and there. You know, maybe it's time to clean this up anyway. Like, this should really be this. And then, I mean, we're getting deep into breaking things again, but like, it's time to do that. Like this. So we're saying, hey, it's a C callback. It shouldn't be. Entry point cannot be labeled C callback. This was just a hack because our pre-main was written in C, and like, you know, C can't call us easily. I mean, it can now, but it couldn't back when we wrote that stuff. So, yeah. Okay, however, we have other things. Entry point. User entry point. See, okay. This is no good anymore. That shouldn't have ever been that way. And then, I don't know if we had that in here. No, we never had that there. Okay. That is in theory more like what we want it to be. Is it less broken? I don't know. Will it even build? Procedure call is missing argument context. Oh, because, okay. Yeah. Because, oh no! Because this is marked. Okay, can we do this? Can we do this? I don't actually know. Oh. See, the problem is this is marked 4 in here. Yeah, that didn't work. You know what I have to do? To do this correctly? I have to do this. Okay, wait a minute, though. Let's undo. Okay, we don't want to do this yet. We don't want to do this yet because we do want to do this later. The problem now is actually this wasn't declared correctly. So let's not, like, we want to do this later, but I don't want to have to implement program import. Let's just put that, like, as a reminder, this is what we want to do eventually. We want to do that. And, okay, now the thing is, we didn't put the return value, which could easily cause us to crash on returning, right? Oh, we don't have return value. Never mind. Never mind. We don't return anything. Okay, so here's the other thing, the other reason why I didn't want to do that. We do want to switch the calling convention for this eventually. However, we should be able to call a C routine and return from it. And it shouldn't be a big deal. And if we don't fix that, if we just change the calling convention and like, oh, the problem went away, then we're sweeping that under the rug and it's going to bite us later. Like, we call lots of C functions actually, because like the window proc for this window that opens and all that, these are all in C. For some reason in exiting main, you know what? It might not be returning from a C function at all. It might be that there's like a defer in main or like something with a destructor. Or like maybe, did I do this lately? Like maybe we need to set the logger on debug and I took that out. Let's see. Because I remember getting confused by that and doing some stuff. Okay, Hands Across America and Greenpeace. Exiting main. Okay, like literally that debug thing is checked in. It may, however, be checked in a way that doesn't work. Like, okay, no. I guess debug uses the context logger, and that's not what it does. Okay, so I mean, I could try to set, like I need to get this symbol to export. I mean, maybe we have main. Main is a program export. I think we could stop there and step. There's just so much here to step through, but maybe maybe we could factor that out into something else. So like, what if we just try to break there? Do we have that? No, because we created a window. Bro. No symbols have been loaded for the entire thing. This used to work, man. I broke it. I broke it. I just don't understand symbols enough. Last time I used a branch was in 2011, not 2015. Does it also crash in LLVM mode? I don't know if LLVM mode compiles right now. Like, because we did some stuff. Maybe we removed some DLL export tags. Oh, no? Okay, this still compiles, thankfully. So let's see if we crash. I doubt that we crash on exit here. No. Well, let's verify that, but we exit much more quickly and cleanly. And we have breakpoints. Okay. You know, that's actually good that LLVM version compiles. That means I could check it in. I mean, we won't get NV Optimus, but I could check this in and just send people an advisory about what's going on. Okay, that's good. So it's not user level code that is at fault. I mean, I guess I need to solve the symbol thing to solve the crash thing. You know, like what? Like I used to be able to dump in symbols or X. I used to be able to do something and see all the symbols, and we can't now. Okay, let's try this again. So let's just try to make x64 debug writer work, because the claim, like it's called x64 debug writer, so I think the claim is that it's supposed to write debug info. Okay. That's got nothing as usual. I don't even know why that's a frickin' thing. So this has a bunch of C++ mangled names. Okay, it doesn't have debug info for any of our guys. Which is weird. It's just got stuff we imported from C++ that has really ugly names. But here's the thing. Why are Greenpeace and Hands Across America not here? Didn't we? We said to export them. Right? It's that. So we broke maybe that. There's so many things to debug right now. Okay. This might be the same problem, though, because if this is being filtered out, okay, man. That's why. Because we said continue there, I think. Why did we say that? Who knows? Who knows? I kind of want to restructure. Okay. What? Why? Why are we trying to export this all of a sudden? Like, what? Dude, this is supposed to be, like, in principle, this is very simple what we're trying to do. I don't know why either it's turning itself into a big mess or I'm turning it into a big mess. Partially because there's some code that I didn't write involved that I don't know what it's doing. Like, all we're trying to do is say, like, look, if we want to export things, put them in this array, essentially, into the file. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Like, what is this happening now? Attempt to... Like, why are we even getting there? Who said to export that? Oh, it's right there on the screen. I was searching for that line that is right there on the screen. Like, what? Oh, we're trying to export it because it's in a top level-ish block. Because of this. Maybe we just don't give that error if it's a mangled name. Because that means, see, I'm still not sure if I need to actually do that. This is what's so confusing. But the other thing that's confusing is why did this continue do anything to prevent this? Because these are just like a ton of declarations. Like, these aren't marked program export unless the flag is accidentally aliased to another flag. That would be a disaster. It's not. So how would a continue here have prevented this? That doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, look, let's put it back. If you're telling me that I put that there and then this doesn't happen anymore, oh, it does. Wait, what? Did I accidentally have a continue here or something? Like, wait, what? Of course, now I can't check my undo because Emacs deleted my file. Okay. Whatever. Let's just not even do this yet because we're not sure that we need that. We're going to want to look at this and understand this. And we may not get that done before it's time for me to go to work, which would be already probably. Okay. So we're not going to have symbols still. I just want to look at this and like maybe restructure it and do some things there. And I think that's going to be next stream. I think I'm going to go to work for a little while. Interact with people there, and then come on back and be like, yo. Wasn't the continue below in the else if import? Well, I remember putting it there accidentally. That might be where it was, though. So I mean, let's try that. Because if this flag is aliased to something else, like those shouldn't be marked import either. If that flag is aliased, we're going to have a bad time later. We're not trying to use it for anything yet. Let's see. Yeah, no, it still happens there. So maybe the continue got put here accidentally, like down there, right? That would definitely prevent this from happening. So maybe it was just a paste bug that I made that confused me. Anyway, So what I want to do, since we're in the spirit of restructuring things, is I want to look at this, because this interacts with this class that Josh wrote called x64 Debug Writer, which now that, and like it only, like I'm just not sure how that interfaces with this. Like, does this expect the symbol to have been exported already, or does it not? Does it do it itself? When I first looked at it, I thought it did it itself. Then later I concluded, oh, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does its own, or maybe it doesn't do its own, and I don't know, right? If it doesn't do its own, like it must have some logic about what to do if something's a procedure versus a constant, because you probably do different things in terms of outputting debug info. And the problem with this is we're running this on constants when we only want to run this on procedures. So if this needs the symbol to be exported, maybe we put this in there in whoever is doing it. But we don't know. So we're going to do a stream later today where we dig in and try to fix that. But I'm happy, actually, because the LLVM version still works, which I guess that's because we still flag things DLL export. Let me see. No. Like, why does the LLVM version even work? I think it works because we just export everything. Which we shouldn't. Like, that has to get fixed. You don't actually want to export every symbol from your program. I think where was that called from? There was the helper, converter help. Like, I'm not sure why any of that works, if I'm being honest. Like, something is happening. Oh no, our search didn't work. Our search program. Oh no, okay, this is right. I was searching the wrong place because I'm dumb. There we go. Yeah. So these things are still flagged DLL export. It's on the list to get rid of this because this should be redundant with this, but the LLVM backend pays attention to this. So actually it's good that we didn't delete it because these are providing compatibility, so we will be able to check in and it'll all be good. So that's fine. But we're not there yet. We have to make this work on the LLVM backend first. And I have a feeling that that's going to involve factoring some things. So like here, here we just call export global symbol for the declaration, but this does like all this logic. And like I was saying, like this should be the same for all the backends. Like that's just a thing. So this should be a procedure out here that we call, or maybe this is all just inline, I don't know. And then we pass these couple of parameters to find or create symbol or whatever the equivalent is in each one. That is how it has to work. but we'll do that probably after we check in. So we could check in probably now if all the tests pass. We will break the NV Optimus enablement. I don't think anyone cares about that right now. We could put that back in runtime support to check in. I could just tell people about it. It's not that important. Yeah. Okay. I like where we're at. I wish it wasn't such a struggle to get here. Like, it's literally been, we streamed for 10 hours yesterday, and then, 2.5 today. So it's been like 12.5 hours, and we're not quite done. That's just too much of a struggle. I don't know why it was so hard. I mean, it was good because we didn't just get it working and then move on. Like, I kept restructuring it to things that are clean. So maybe that's why it took so long, is that this is like version 3 of this design. But I'm getting picky about that. As the compiler starts to get complicated, it really matters to just not ship something that's just kind of crappy and appears to work. Like, you want it to be good. So yeah. We were on the struggle bus yesterday, but we're getting there. You think the continue bug was that you commented the whole x64 exception, which has extra continue? Yeah, I think I would have to go back and watch the VOD to really understand what happened there. But I'm fine. I don't. At some point, you just have to move on and actually do the right thing instead of worrying about what is the wrong thing that you did. So anyway, the right thing next is to understand what this is doing and why, and just try to figure out why it's not doing the thing that you want, or that I want. I don't know what you want. And it's probably a dumb mistake. So we'll see. How do I pick which problem to work on first? Do I rank them by importance? A little bit, yeah. How do I keep discipline going? You just have to want to do what you're doing. Do I work before I work every morning? Not every morning. A lot of mornings, though, I do. All right, everybody, thanks a lot. We'll probably do another stream later today. I'm going to Taiwan in like 12 hours. So that's a thing, too. We'll see what happens. Thanks for coming by. And I'll see you later.